Today our topic is why you should read Marcus Aurelius today. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor who lived nearly 2,000 years ago, but his thoughts and writings are still very important today. He wrote a book called Meditations, which is full of wisdom about life, how to face challenges, and how to live a good life. Even though he was a powerful leader, his ideas are simple and easy to understand. They can help anyone, no matter who you are or what you do. So why should you read Marcus Aurelius today? Let me explain. First, Marcus Aurelius teaches us about Stoicism. Stoicism is a philosophy that helps people stay strong and calm, even when life is difficult. It teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot control. This is a very powerful idea because many of us spend a lot of time worrying about things we cannot change. For example, we might worry about what other people think of us, or we might feel stressed about things happening in the world. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we cannot control other people or the world. We can only control our own thoughts and actions. This idea can help us feel more peaceful and less stressed. When you read Marcus Aurelius, you learn how to focus on what really matters and let go of the rest. Second, Marcus Aurelius teaches us about the importance of self-discipline. He believed that to live a good life, we must be disciplined in our thoughts and actions. This means making good choices, even when it is hard. For example, it might be easier to stay in bed in the morning, but if we want to achieve our goals, we need to get up and work. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that life is short, and we should not waste time on things that do not matter. He encourages us to work hard, be honest, and always try to improve ourselves. This is a very important lesson for today because we live in a world full of distractions. It is easy to spend hours on social media or watching TV, but Marcus Aurelius would tell us to use our time wisely. He would say that every day is a gift, and we should make the most of it. Third, Marcus Aurelius teaches us about humility. Even though he was the most powerful man in the Roman Empire, he never thought he was better than anyone else. He believed that everyone is equal, and that we should treat others with kindness and respect. This is a very important lesson for today, because we live in a world where people often compete with each other and try to prove they are better. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us that true greatness comes from being humble and helping others. He believed that we are all part of the same human family, and we should care for each other. This idea is very important in a world where there is so much division and conflict. When you read Marcus Aurelius, you learn to be kind, to listen to others, and to see the good in everyone. Fourth, Marcus Aurelius teaches us about acceptance. Life is full of ups and downs, and we cannot always control what happens to us. But we can control how we respond. Marcus Aurelius believed that we should accept whatever happens and find a way to make the best of it. For example, if we lose our job or face a difficult situation, we can choose to see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. This is a very powerful idea, because it helps us stay positive, even when things are hard. Instead of complaining or feeling sorry for ourselves, we can focus on what we can do to improve the situation. When you read Marcus Aurelius, you learn to face challenges with courage and to see every experience as a chance to become stronger. Fifth, Marcus Aurelius teaches us about the importance of living in the present moment. Many of us spend a lot of time thinking about the past or worrying about the future. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the only moment we have is now. He believed that we should focus on the present and do our best in every moment. This is a very important lesson because it helps us appreciate life more. When we live in the present, we can enjoy the small things, like a beautiful sunset or a conversation with a friend. We can also be more focused and productive because we are not distracted by regrets or worries. When you read Marcus Aurelius, you learn to live fully in the present and to make the most of every day. Sixth, Marcus Aurelius teaches us about the importance of gratitude. He believed that we should be thankful for what we have, even if it is not perfect. For example, if we have a home, food, and loved ones, we should be grateful for these things. This is a very important lesson because many of us focus on what we do not have and forget to appreciate what we do have. When we practice gratitude, we feel happier and more content. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that life is a gift, and we should be thankful for every moment. When you read Marcus Aurelius, you learn to appreciate the good things in your life and to find joy in the simple things. Seventh, Marcus Aurelius teaches us about the importance of facing our fears. He believed that we should not run away from challenges or difficult situations. Instead, we should face them with courage and strength. This is a very important lesson because many of us avoid things that scare us. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we are stronger than we think. When we face our fears, we grow and become more confident. For example, if we are afraid of public speaking, we should practice and get better at it. If we are afraid of failure, we should try new things and learn from our mistakes. When you read Marcus Aurelius, you learn to be brave and to face life's challenges with a positive attitude. Eighth, Marcus Aurelius teaches us about the importance of being true to ourselves. He believed that we should live according to our own values and not try to please everyone. This is a very important lesson because many of us worry too much about what others think. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we cannot control other people's opinions. We can only control our own actions. When we live according to our values, we feel more confident and fulfilled. We also inspire others to do the same. When you read Marcus Aurelius, you learn to be authentic and to live a life that is true to who you are. Ninth, Marcus Aurelius teaches us about the importance of helping others. He believed that we are all connected and that we should care for each other. This is a very important lesson because it reminds us that life is not just about ourselves. It is about how we can make the world a better place. When we help others, we feel happier and more fulfilled. We also create a sense of community and belonging. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we are all part of something bigger, and we should do our part to help others. When you read Marcus Aurelius, you learn to be kind, compassionate, and generous. 10th, Marcus Aurelius teaches us about the importance of continuous learning. He believed that we should never stop learning and growing. This is a very important lesson because the world is always changing, and we need to adapt. When we keep learning, we become more knowledgeable and skilled. We also stay curious and open-minded. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that learning is a lifelong journey, and we should always be open to new ideas and experiences. When you read Marcus Aurelius, you learn to be curious, to ask questions, and to never stop growing. In conclusion, Marcus Aurelius is a very important philosopher whose ideas are still relevant today. His teachings can help us live a better life, no matter what challenges we face. He teaches us to focus on what we can control, to be disciplined, to be humble, to accept what happens, to live in the present, to be grateful, to face our fears, to be true to ourselves, to help others, and to never stop learning. These are all very important lessons that can help us live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. So if you want to improve your life, I encourage you to read Marcus Aurelius. His wisdom is timeless, and his words can inspire you to be the best version of yourself.